Hey, everybody. Today, I want to ask your opinion on what you think about these older adults that are sharing extremely personal stories here on the YouTube platform. They're using YouTube to share very private and extremely personal stories about their estranged children, their narcissistic children, their narcissistic parents, toxic people in their lives, people that they want to reconnect with. At least some of them say they want to reconnect with them, yet they are sharing these stories on YouTube where these videos will be seen around the world. So in my opinion, I think that anything you put on the internet should be considered that it isn't private. A lot of times these people will say, well, I don't think this family member is ever going to see this. I don't think this friend is ever going to see this. But I do not agree with that at all. And in fact, my family has been on the internet for a very long time. My kids have put up videos on YouTube. They have written blog articles on the internet. And I have emphasized to them that nothing is private on the internet. And for these older adults that are wanting to reconnect with people somewhere down the road, I think it's really risky to be saying some of the things that they are saying. I come from a family with a very private grandmother, and I'm going to share a story with you that we kept secret for many, many years. But before I continue, I want to thank you for stopping by my channel. And if you're here looking for retirement planning advice, please take a look around. I have hundreds of videos on topics like Social Security, Medicare, debt freedom, pros and cons of moving, and on and on. And you might want to take a look at our free just-in-time retirement series. It's a mindset retirement planning strategy where you eliminate waste and align your finances with your goals and values, bring up your resources for an abundant retirement lifestyle. So please check all of that out and check out our website, rebelretirement.com. Now back to the story. As I was saying, I come from a family with a grandmother that was very private. My mother is from a family of 9 children, and everybody was told that you don't go around airing your dirty laundry. And there has been a secret in our family that has only been found out by my cousins in the most recent years. And I knew about it for a very long time because my mother is one of the outspoken of the 9 children. So she told my brother and I about this, and it was something that I knew that we were to keep secret. It was something that I knew that we were not supposed to tell anyone else about, but my mother was sharing a family secret with us. So the family secret that my mother told me, but so many of my aunts and uncles took to their dying day, was that their father had taken his own life. When my mother was 18 years old, her father took his own life. And the only thing I know about this story is that he went out fishing one weekend, one Saturday, I believe it was. He went out fishing and he went to Pearl River to go fishing, which was a place that he would go on a regular basis. So there didn't seem to be anything unusual there as far as I know. And he took his own life, and I don't know how he did that, but I do know that he took his own life. But this was considered to be very, very shameful in my family. Very, very shameful to my grandmother. We come from a Catholic family. My grandmother was very religious, a very religious Catholic, and taking one's life is considered a sin. You're going to go to hell if you take your own life. And so this was something that was very shameful, and no one was supposed to know about it. No strangers, no family members, nobody was supposed to know that her husband, that my grandmother's husband, had taken his own life. And so I grew up with this secret. I grew up with this knowledge that we were not supposed to tell family secrets, to share private, extremely private things to others. And so this is why I think when I hear these things on the internet now, I am very surprised that so many people feel so comfortable with sharing these things. And I do appreciate that they are sharing them and it is cathartic for them. And it does give them an opportunity to have virtual friends because these types of videos do get views and they do get a lot of engagement. And a lot of people do connect with that and relate to that because let's face it, just about everybody has something in their life that can relate to somebody else that they might be uncomfortable with, but they don't always want to share it with somebody that they know. It's easier to share it with somebody that they don't know, hence somebody on the internet. So this is just something that I am really curious about because I see this happening more and more and more. I see the content that people are talking about no contact with their parents. I see the content that people are talking about their narcissistic relationships. I see people talking about their estranged kids in ways that aren't all that flattering. And again, this might be rather awkward if people are wanting to reconnect. So please let me know what you think in the comments. Please let me know how you feel about this. Is this a good thing, or have we moved into an era where people are just, spouting all kinds of things out of their mouths and not really thinking about the consequence of that down the road? Again, I think anything that we put on the internet is not private. Anybody anywhere can find it out. And I do have some super sleuth kids that come to me from time to time and tell me what they have found out about people on the internet. So that's been my experience. And that's where I'm coming from with all of this. So I do enjoy sharing stories. I don't have a problem with sharing stories. And oh, by the way, I want to circle back to my grandfather who took his own life because the secret lasted, like I said, until my aunt and uncle's dying day. However, this did come to light just recently, and I and maybe one other of my cousins were the only one that knew that my grandfather had taken his own life. This was out of 17 grandchildren. So everybody did keep the secret. Nobody knew about it. So everybody was raised and taught to keep these secrets. Are keeping family secrets good? You let me know. Let me know what you guys think about this. So I'm going to leave you with that. And in closing, I'm going to ask you to take a look at this video, Leaving a Legacy That Money Can't Buy. I hope you guys are doing well. Again, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. And don't forget to leave me a comment. I look at all of them and I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for stopping by. Take care, everyone. I'm Marlene with Rebel Retirement, and I'll see you next time.